MK Ultra.
I'm
They
going to
got
toss to you.
sued.
That's right. Yep.
They got sued. They said it didn't exist, and then they got sued, and they said, "Oh, it exists, but we don't use it anymore." So I don't believe them as far as I can throw the dome off the dadgum Capitol, Benny. You got a kid who's got access to guns or has some simple knowledge of a firearm. He was programmed. You're exactly right. They programmed this kid, and Kristi Noem and Cash and Bongino and the rest are reporting the facts as they know them. The facts have been buried or burned, or whoever knew is either sitting on a beach somewhere and enjoying a fruity drink, or they're dead. I would suggest they're probably dead. And this is what happens. You claim it doesn't. They label me and you conspiracy theorists, but this is exactly what we see happen. And it happens in Washington. It's happening now. It's too deep. It is, and that's why I said I wish they could go in and just fire everybody and then just start back. But you can't do that because of security. You're going to fire some good people that are clearly have their thumb in the dike on terrorists or what have you. And that's where we're at. That's why Cash Patel and Bongino are having such a hard time. Kristi Noem, either way. I don't give a rip either way. But I think at their level, that's what's happened. And I don't care. You can call me a lunatic, but when the CIA says this thing, we don't have this thing, and then their asses are brought into a court of law and they say, well, we have it, but we don't use it anymore. Apparently somebody's using it. They know to contact these people. If you look at the Muslim radicals and how they recruited them, you remember they had the American Taliban or whatever, that kid they caught, and nobody talks about that anymore. Nobody even remembers it. I think his parents were Americans. They went to the Greek church or something. That kid was programmed. And you're right. They watched the crime scene. I live in Knoxville, Tennessee, brother. If there's a murder out here, our sheriff's department's got that thing blocked off. They got a tarp over it, and they've got it cleared. Nobody can get up on it. Nobody can contaminate the crime scene. This is Knox County Sheriff's Department and the city of Knoxville Police. And I guarantee you, my Blount County Sheriff's Department, Sheriff Wrong, all those people always close off the crime scene. This is casebook. And also one other thing, I sponsored some legislation dealing with cremation, so I know a little bit about when they bring a body in. There are probably laws in that state that they violated because they cremated that kid, I think, pretty quick. If I'm not correct, if you might,
Oh, yes, 11 days. Yes.
Okay. And if there was an investigation going on, there's probably something in the law that says you cannot dispose of the body. And I think you're right. I think all of it was washed, it was planned, and we just got lucky. I'm very close. I'm related to a Marine sniper. And I called him after that. I said, what do you think? He said, Tim, I could have made that shot with iron sights, without a scope, with all that stuff. We just got damn lucky. God shined his favor upon us that day. If you don't believe that, I mean, the Bible talks about God knows if a sparrow falls from the sky or how many hairs are on your head. Dadgum, I believe it.
You are alleging that Thomas Crooks was groomed by some type of dark intel program, MK Ultra or otherwise, in order to commit on that day the act of an assassination.
I think so. I've said that all along. I've said that, and I'm glad somebody with Tucker's credibility, his ability to, and this my dog snores over there. Sorry for that. With his credibility has brought it out, because I yell this stuff all the time and people just, it's just birching. But look at the history. Look at where we're at in this country. Look at the deep state, the sewer as it is, and it's disgusting. And this is what happens, dude, when 12% of the population goes to the polls. They know we're so vulnerable, and we have very, very few people in the lineup that could do the damage to them like Trump. Trump's right. They're not after him. They're after us. He's just standing in the way.